guys! Have you guys recovered from the Face and Body Art Convention? I know I haven't. It's taken me almost 2 full weeks to kind of get back in the swing of things, but for those of you that were able to make it, thank you so much. I had a great time. Did you have a good time? It was just over the top amazing, and I hope to see everybody next year. We started early bird registration, so you can sign up now for like as little as $30 a month to get your payments going. So that means it guarantees you a spot to be there. You don't want to miss it. It was so much fun. Congratulations to Leah and Weiser on their wedding, and we just had a great time. So I pulled Leah back in the studio because she's getting ready to go away for the summer, so I want to get as many done as I can. And I'm going to show you guys a demo using the new Pixie Cakes by Jenny Saunders. So she totally inspired me this year. She came to the convention. I worked with her on a line of limited edition rainbow cakes. They're called Pixie Cakes. She designed all these combinations, and I'm so excited that we have them available now on Silly Farm. There's 5 of them, so make sure to check them out. They're as beautiful in just their container as they are on the skin. So Leah's gonna let me paint her as a garden fairy using this one, which is called Fairy. So let's get started. Another cool product I want to show you guys about really quickly is these new Kaboki foam sponges. So they're super cool. They're by Silly Farm. Number one, they're black, so they never look dirty. But also they come and you can take them out of the little container if you don't want to use them that way. And this is good to get in the corners of the eyes. And then this side is flat and they hold the paint really nicely. You see that blend. So I'm going to start off like I normally do by just loading my sponge so I can apply the background color. So I'll load it right on this fairy cake, just like this. Load it right over the top, making sure to pick up enough colors. And Leah told me she likes these colors, right? So I'm going to start off like I normally do on this 45-degree angle. And I'm going to start off with this darker color, which I normally don't do, but I want the green on the end so that I can create the leaves coming off of it. So I'm just going to lay my sponge down, press in that color, and bring it down so that I meet it almost in the middle of the eye. So you see that beautiful color. And then I'm just going to press it again, just like that. So you see the shape I'm creating. They're almost like 2 big flower petals. So I'll flip it around and I repeat the same thing on this side, making sure that I keep with the same color combination. And then I'll just dab a little bit in that corner as well, right inside of there. So then I'm going to take my Kabuki brush, I take it out of the base, I'm going to flip it around so that the point is on the top, and then you just kind of squeeze it back into the holder so that it gives you that little grip on it. And then I'm going to dip it in a little bit of water, blot it out, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to rub it over my rainbow cake, just like this, on just one side, so that, as you can tell, I picked up the color. And then you see this kind of like egg shape almost on there. I'm going to lay it right in the middle, point down in the middle of her forehead to just give her that shape. And then I'm going to lay it right next to it, and I'm just going to bring them up. So it's almost creating like that crown, and it gives me that blended shape that I'm looking for. So let me zoom in a little bit more. So you see the shape, it gave it a nice blend, and all you have to do is kind of dab it on its side, which is why I like it so much, because it does the blending for you. So for those of you that struggle with your arty cakes, this is a great tool to use. So to balance it out, just kind of dabbing it in the corner again, and we'll make our flowers on top of it. And I'm doing it right there. Dab it in the corner again, right, just like that and like that. So now I'm going to pick up my Athena number 10 brush and load it up with some white paint. And I've explained why I like this brush so much, because I can make those bolder teardrops versus just kind of the standard size ones, because it has a nice tip on it, and you can also make nice flowers with it. So I'm loading it up with my white, gonna get a nice generous coverage. And from the corners of the eyes right here, so turn a little bit this way, I'm just going to create a series of teardrops heading up. So you press, you twist, press, and twist, heading all the way into the corners of the eyes. So it starts almost rolling. And we're going to leave this area a little bit open because we're going where I created that dot, because that's where we're going to create our flowers. So then I'm going to repeat this pattern up here. So I press and I'm bringing it in just like that. So you see this shape that I created? I came up and then I came in. So I'm going to follow that same pattern on this side. So I start off with the longest, and then I get shorter and shorter, and they're all coming in. And then if you need to, remember you want to reload because you want your brush to be smooth along the skin. So I started at the top, press, got thinner as it came in, and then my teardrops got thinner as they came in as well. So now I have a matching shape, just like that. Oops. So picking up my number 4 round brush, I'm just going to load it up with white. And we're just going to go in and kind of create, I like to call them messy roses. So you load up your white pretty well. And we'll start off with a messy rose here. So you start off in the middle and you start off straight and start pressing and lift. And then you lift up your brush and you start again, press and lift, and you start again. And that's going to create a messy rose for you. Small press, then press, come around. So you're trying to get a variation of thick and thin lines, kind of in a spiral. So then right from here, I'm going to create my messy roses along those dots. So notice what I'm doing, press, come around. So I have one right in the middle, and I'll skip this one, and I'm going to press, and I'll come around, skip that one. So I'll be doing this one as well. So now from the bottom of my rose right here, to keep with the same teardrops, I'm going to press and bring a few teardrops right up to that rose, just to balance the whole thing out. So now you're saying to yourself, what is she going to do inside of these? So we're going to create a design inside of there. So all I'm going to do is from underneath it, I'm going to press, press, press. It gets smaller as I connect to my next rose. So press, press, press. It gets smaller as I connect to my next rose. Press, press, so that you're creating almost like a jeweled headpiece, just like that. So now, it's still keeping with the same ideas of keeping with those, with your dots right here, you want to balance it out. So I'm going to press, 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 get smaller as it comes down. Press, 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 smaller as it comes down. And then I'm going to again bring this down and then press and bring it down and finish pretty thin right inside of there in the corners of the eyes. So now what I want to do is just kind of soften out some of these edges and give that white that kind of really soft blended effect. So all I do is take my chisel brush, I take my Athena 10, and you make sure that it's pretty dry, and I'm just going to go right over these white lines here so that I kind of soften them out, give them that watercolor effect. So then all I did was come out from the corner, press and make a curl, and then come right off of it, bring it down. I'll do that same on this side and bring it down. So that's going to create almost like that heart effect right in the middle. The edge of this swirl right here, I'm going to, on the tip of my brush, make a little set of loops right on the edge. So you loop it and you start the next loop, and then you can just bring it down just like that, and that gives it almost that laced effect. And what you do on the top to kind of mirror it on the bottom, I'm going to turn her a little bit, and then I'm going to come down just like that and bring a few wispies out, and I'll follow the same pattern on her cheek right there and bring them down, and then follow the same pattern on her cheek right there to kind of bring it all together. So now I'm just going to bring this whole thing together. So I'm going to come right off of my rose, swirl in just like that, and then I'm going to bring a line to connect it. So I'm going to come right off of this rose, swirl in, and bring a line to connect it. And from here I'm also going to bring a second line in, and a second line in, and then I'm just going to kind of create these lines in between. So they're almost like our fencing. I'm going to go one more time on the outside, create a little bit of my outline to my teardrops right in there. And so I just gave her a little bit of this pink lipstick to bring it all together. And then of course, no design would be complete without a little bit of glitter.
Fairy glitter.
That's right, this is fairy dust glitter. So just a little bit here and there. You don't want to cover your design with this glitter, you just want to kind of embellish it. So thanks guys for joining me. I know that this took a little longer than normal, but I was having fun just creating and using a combination of different lines. So you have your thick lines, you have your scrolls, you have your messy roses. So I hope that you can take a little piece of it and create your own beautiful designs using these new awesome pixie cakes from Jenny Saunders. So thank you guys for joining me. Please, if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel, send me emails. I hope everybody is great, and I'll see you soon. Say bye.
Bye.
Here, let me